Hey everybody, welcome back to the Henry Disc Golf channel. Today we have episode, I believe, 8, it'll be on the screen, of the Approach Wars. We have Gateway Discs, we have a Wizard in Diamond Plastic, and we have a Platinum Devil Hawk, an anti-dome disc. Let's see how they fly today. Let's see how they compare to the other brands with Approach Wars. Oh, that's high.
Oh,
Good. Good.
good putt.
Oh, got it through the small gap. That's beautiful. Drop, 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 drop. Welcome to hole number 1. It is right there in front of us here. We have a pretty nice day out today. Hole 1 is a 190-foot par 3. Like I said, it is straight ahead of us here. I'm going to go Devil Hawk first on sidearm, and then I'm going to throw a backhand with the Wizard. Let's see how they do. That did not go very far. All right, and the Wizard, again, Diamond Plastic, 166 gram. That was pretty decent. This is where the Wizard wants up. And here is the Devil Hawk. Like I said, didn't get very far. Was pretty nose up here. But we're gonna go ahead and see if we can give this Wizard a bit of a run. Ooh. All right. It was definitely a bit of a run. Wizard definitely went a bit long. We did have a wind that was coming this way on the last putt, so bit of a headwind now. Oh, that slick plastic being premium plastic, it went like that out of my hand before I even threw it. That's no bueno. See if we can get some grip. Not too sure if I will be in frame for this shot, but this will be for a 4. Hey, we made one. Well, we are walking over to hole 2. I want to say this. I don't have much expectation for Gateway. I know the Wizard has been around for forever, and it's a great putter for a lot of people. It has a bead on it. I'm not a huge fan of beads, but it could definitely still be okay. The Devil Hawk is a very low glide disc, or you could say anti-dome disc. It's supposed to have pretty similar numbers to, say, a Zone, which again, overstable approach disc. But I don't really have high expectations with these discs. This was one of the brands that I have like 0 experience throwing, and I'm kind of interested to see how it'll stack up. But again, not very high expectations today. We'll definitely see how it plays out here. Welcome to hole number 2. Hole number 2 is a 305-foot par 3. It is pretty much straight in front of us. We have wide open fairway on this one. I'm going to throw both. I'm going to throw the Wizard first, and then I'm going to throw the Devil Hawk second. Let's see how they fly here on hole 2. That was really good. It popped up to flat for the hyzer that I threw it on, and it just went pretty good. Let's see how the Devil Hawk goes. We're just going to try to throw this straight and a bit hard, see where she goes. And by straight, I meant flat. It did kind of come out of the hand flat. That disc does not go anywhere. Very low glide. So here's where the Wizard wants up. definitely looking at a putt. Let's see if we can get used to the Wizard here pretty quick. That wasn't bad. That is a tap and par. We'll move on to hole 3. We have made it to hole number 3. Hole number 3 is a 250-foot par 3. It is straight in front of us here. All we have to do is miss the tree in the middle. I don't want this to become a Wizard only round, but it may kind of become one of those because I just don't know if I can throw this Devil Hawk far enough to really try to score on this course, unfortunately. But we're going to try to throw it again here. Another backhand throw. See if we can get it close to the basket. I think we're going to be about 40 feet short. Oh, definitely going to be way shorter than 40 feet. Holy crap. All right. Wizard. See if we can get the Wizard up there. As bad as it sounds when I said Wizard just there, all I kept thinking is Lizard, Lizard, Lizard. But instead we're going to go Wizard, 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 Wizard. Sorry about that. That was much better. Still short, but much better. Here's where the Devil Hawk wants up. We're going to go ahead and throw this on a little sidearm approach here. Definitely about 50 feet away. That was a good up. Another par. Moving on to hole 4. Here we are on hole number 4. Hole number 4 is a 262-foot par 3. You have 2 gaps that you can do, kind of the straighter hyzer gap and the wider ante gap. I'm going to go with the ante gap because I think that this actually fits really well with that line. Just put it on a little bit of anhyzer and pop it over. So we're going to go Wizard, and then maybe we'll throw a sidearm with the Devil Hawk just for one last throw with it until another hole that I possibly busted out on. Dude, that is a great shot. That is 15 feet to the right of the basket. We'll go Devil Hawk, sidearm, one last time here. I'll probably only use it for upshots for the rest of the round, but who knows? Maybe I'll use it for something else. Tree branch kick. So this should be pretty routine tapping. This will actually take me back to even if I can put it in. There it is. Maybe the Devil Hawk will become the putter. Welcome to hole 5. Hole 5 is a 400-foot par 3. It is way down there. We have the path on or over OB, the sidewalk on or over OB going towards the road. We are going to go with the Wizard here. We are going to try to see if we can ace the white basket. That's essentially what I try to do here. Wizard here. Oh, a little too low. That's fine. All right, and just for shits, grins, and giggles, SGG, we're going to go with the spike hyzer over the dead tree. See where this winds up in the fairway. Yeah, wasn't too bad. Here's where the Wizard wants up. Left here with roughly about a 200-foot into the basket still. Yeah, I'd say roughly about halfway. Nice and smooth. A little short, but that's there for a putt. The Devil Hawk's over here. After that upshot, should be a pretty routine par here. Big thing's gonna always be how I putt with these putters, but that one was good. Welcome to hole number 6. Hole number 6 is a 246-foot par 3. It is straight ahead. We just have some trees to miss. What I normally do is I take something a little bit overstable and flex it through the trees and have it flex back. I think that's what I'm going to do with the Devil Hawk. I just want to kind of show you the Devil Hawk real quick here. So it's a bit notchy. It does have the anti-dome, even though this does have a little bit of dome, kind of like premium pigs do. It's pretty notchy in the thing. It looks like it kind of has a bit of a bead. Definitely not terrible in the hand. I actually putted with it on the last hole, and well, from itself, putted with it because it has that kind of thumb track. It actually isn't too bad in the hand, and putting wise, because it's kind of grippy too, it actually putts pretty decent. This thing's pretty slick, so I have to like really figure out what I'm doing here. We're gonna go ahead and go Devil Hawk here. Like I said, try to turn it over just a little bit and then hopefully have it crash back towards the basket. Oh, I got that way too high in the air. Because the disc doesn't want to glide, I know I need to get it a little bit higher in the air, and it winds up pushing my thumb down and the disc went nose up. Let's go ahead, just for fun, and throw the Wizard here. Right down there, through that path. That's not bad. Let's look at a putt. So the Devil Hawk winds up pretty far left, not quite pin high, but if it would have gone maybe 30 more feet, it would have been about pin high. We have a pretty big gap here, hyzer here. We're going to try to see if we can spin this close to the basket. There it is. That's absolutely parked. We'll move on to hole 7. Welcome to hole number 7. It is a 232-foot par 3. The basket is straight ahead. You may be able to see it in between the big tree and the little tiny tree that kind of goes like this. And then, of course, we have the Mando here. I like to throw a little flex shot or just something that's out flat and then goes and then hyzers off at the end. There is also the sidearm gap or the anti-gap, which I won't throw today. But we're going to go ahead and go with the Wizard. Nice and smooth. Wizard, 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 Wizard. Let me get that stuck in your head before the end of this. I'm going to go ahead and throw straight here. Hopefully just have it crash in towards the end of its flight. Oh, a little too hyzer. That should be a putting though. It's a pretty okay shot. So the Wizard got to right here. Left with probably right at about a 17-footer. Somewhere in that range here. Hey, that takes us 1 under par for the round so far. Here we are on hole number 8. Hole number 8 is a 262-foot par 3. It goes through the gap and then pretty left. We're going to go Devil Hawk again on this one, just because we need to get left, and I'm pretty sure that this will get left. I'm just pretty positive it's not going to get there. But we'll definitely see how it goes. Maybe I'll throw the Wizard as well. Probably not. We'll just go ahead and go Devil Hawk. Oh, that had a really good skip. Decent. I don't know what I'm trying to say all of a sudden. That had a pretty good skip. It hit and just kind of shot over. Again, still think I'm pretty short, but it was okay. So here's where the Devil Hawk winds up. I'm going to go ahead and try to give this a little run with a little sidearm bid. Ooh, that was pretty close. Let's see what the Wizard does here. Pretty decent as well. All right, here's where the Devil Hawk winds up. Should be routine tap in. As I'm saying routine tap in, I pull it a little bit. Jesus, Jerry. That one was a tap-in. All right, unfortunately, that is a 4 through 8 holes. We are even par. All right. We have made it to hole number 9. Hole number 9 is a 218-foot par 3. It goes out here and then just curves off to the right. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Wizard on backhand. Just try to put it on some anhyzer, see if we can get it down there. I've been liking the way this thing flies on a little bit of anhyzer, just holds it basically the whole way. Ooh, come on, kick right. Okay, didn't kick right. That's fine, it's a putt. It's in a decent spot. We're gonna go ahead and throw the double hawk on sidearm just because. Right into the tree in the middle. Oh, nope, got around it. And then skipped in behind the log. Not bad. So I came up a little bit shorter in terms of distance than I thought I did, which is fine. We're here. See if we can put this one in for a birdie. Oh, come on. All right, another par. Move on to hole 10. Quick score update for you folks. I am even par. I've taken 2 bogeys and 2 birdies on the round with these discs. We are on hole number 10. Hole number 10 is a 232-foot par 3. It goes out the gap and then just curves over to the right, kind of similar to the last hole. Probably not as much turn on it though. We're gonna go ahead and go with the Wizard here. Wizard, and see how close we can get it. Hopefully we can get it in a decent spot. Oh, that did not turn. Super straight out there. Not OB, thank goodness there's a path that runs on the backside there. But it'll be an upshot. So this is definitely one of the trees you want to beat. I don't have a great shot here. I'm seriously debating like a little over the top funky shot. I could kind of go with a hyzer putt. I could try to keep something low. I don't know, this little like tomahawk thing just looks kind of fun. So we're gonna go for it. Oh, that was terrible. I didn't throw it hard enough. All right, here we are. Caught a branch again. And tap out for a 4, because I'm stupid. So here's hole 11. Hole 11 is a 303-foot par 3. It is down through the woods. It's kind of a shot that goes out and then just kind of curves over to the right ever so slightly. You do have a straight gap or a hyzer gap. There's even a straight gap or an anhyzer gap. There is even a hyzer gap over here. But I have been going normally a Luna down through the anhyzer gap, and I usually just cruise it over. So we're going to kind of do that same thing with the Wizard. It's been flying on those lines pretty nice today. Wizard. So Wizard on the anhyzer gap. Turn. It held it and it's nice and straight. Little roll towards the fairway at the end. Wasn't too bad. That's so great. So we made it up to my drive with the Wizard here. I think I like this little sidearm Annie. We're gonna go ahead and try to see if we can get the Devil Hawk right up by the basket. Oh, sit down. Almost threw that in. Let's flew past the basket just by a little bit here. Nice tap in par. So as I keep throwing the Devil Hawk, I'm actually noticing if I throw it on like little touchy shots, it flies way better than when I try to power on it, which is kind of weird usually for overstable discs. You want to get more power on them, but I definitely like the way this thing flies when it doesn't have as many revolutions on the disc. Here we are on hole number 12. Hole number 12 is a 213-foot par 3. The basket is right in front of us here. We do have a little creek to deal with, and of course the trees. Just trying to throw something smooth on a little bit of hyzer down through the gap. I'm going to throw both here, but I'm going to throw the wizard first. Wizard. Going to throw the wizard first. Just trying to be nice and smooth with it. Get through. Okay, that is a putt. It is short of the basket, but it is a putt. We're going to go double hawk. We're going to try to throw it smooth here, not try to see if we can yank it at all. We're not trying to do that. Just nice and smooth, maybe a little bit of anhyzer out of the hand. All right, hit a tree pretty early. Probably needed to throw it harder than that, but I was trying to experiment with it a little bit. Here's where the wizard wants up, just a little short. Definitely looking at a right around a 15-footer, maybe a little closer than that. I like the Devil Hawk more with putting right now just because it's grippy. This diamond plastic wizard being a bit on the older side, it's pretty slick in the hands, especially with the colder weather that we're starting to get. Welcome to hole 13. Hole 13 is a 262-foot par 3. It is straight out and then just kind of goes over to the left just ever so slightly. We're going to go ahead and go with the wizard here. Try to see if we can get it into a spot where we can get a putt. Little low out of the hand. Skipped up there a little bit. Here's where the wizard wants up. I have a right to left wind that we were contending with on this putt. See if we can get her there. Oh, that was so bad. Turned out better than I thought it would, but that felt really bad coming out of the hand. Right here by the tree for an easy putt. Tap that in. Move on to hole 14. Welcome to hole 14. Hole 14 is a 249-foot par 3. It is straight ahead of us here. Unfortunately, we got a lot of stuff to miss. Usually the play is to try to flex it through the big gap and then have it come back towards the end of its flight. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the Devil Hawk there, but I should be able to get the flight at least that I'm looking for out of it with how overstable this thing wants to be when it's thrown hard. So we're going to try to throw anhyzer through the big gap, flex it over, see if we can get it by the basket. Oh, I flexed it through the small gap. Oh, that actually wound up down there for a putt. That was pretty good. This actually got way better than I thought it did. I'm left here with what should be a routine putt. I always say should be there. Get a birdie opportunity to go downstrokes and you miss it. Why must you sucketh at putting, Jerry? The question, or the answer to that question is, I don't know. Here we are on hole 15. Hole 15 is a 278-foot par 3. It is out there since we do have this kind of cross tailwind, I am going to go with the Wizard here. Wizard, 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 Wizard. I'm going to try to put this on hyzer, see if we can just get it by the basket. Why'd you flip up? It popped up ever so slightly. I know you couldn't see it with that tree there, but it popped up ever so slightly and just rode straight. It was an okay shot. Just for SGGs, we're going to go ahead and go with the Devil Hawk. Possibly try to turn it over a little bit. Wasn't terrible. It's definitely going to get thrown on the next hole because of the headwind that we'll have at that point in time. Here's where the Wizard wants up. We have a look at a putt. It's a bit of a far one, probably right at about 30 feet. Maybe a little bit further than that. We have a wind coming this way, kind of over my left shoulder to my right. Oh, that was bad. Okay, that's fine. That's a tap in. Devil Hawk's actually not in a bad spot. Devil Hawk's putt's just a little bit further. See if we can give it a decent run here. Not bad. Also, basically a tap in. Wizard, Wizard, Wizard. Devil Hawk, Devil Hawk, Devil Hawk. Jeez, that almost pushed out. Maybe I should be putting with the Wizard again. I don't know. Welcome to hole 16. It is a 245-foot par 3. It is right in front of us on the mound. We do have a rock path that goes down the side of the basket and behind the basket. That is OB. We are going to go Devil Hawk here on backhand. Try to see if we can get it the whole 245 feet. We do have a little bit of a headwind here as well. Didn't like the way that felt in my hand. AKA, I was fan gripping it. I think I'm going to power grip it. Nope. That thing's thrown hard. It just does not want to go anywhere. Here's where the Devil Hawk wants up. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Wizard here, just on a little upshot. Keep it low, keep it out of the wind. Oh, I said keep it low, keep it out of the wind, and I throw it high. I thought I was going to get a little worse of a roll than this, so I'm pretty happy with it. See if we can just tap this one in. Get him. I'm actually really happy about that putt. I'm not too sure why fully, but I am. Devil Hawk as well. Both of them got threes. We're just parring along. Welcome to hole 17. Hole 17 is a 252-foot par 3. It is right there. Do have a little bit of an uphill, and we do have OB long. I'm going to go ahead and go Wizard here. Just try to see if we can get this up by the basket. Give ourselves a look at a putt. Ooh, turned it a little bit. Caught the trees, on the rocks. Made it to the drive. We're going to go sidearm with the Devil Hawk as an approach here. That was pretty close. Going to tap this one in for a par. Congratulations, we have made it to hole 18. Hole 18 is a 318-foot par 3. We have a tailwind going down here. We do have a low ceiling that we have to contend with. We're going to go Wizard, Wizard, Wizard here. Throw the Wizard. See how far we can get down there. That wasn't that great. Here we are at the Wizard. Pretty short. We're just going to go ahead and go with the Devil Hawk on sidearm here. Try to see if we can put it right next to the basket. Who knows? Maybe we'll throw it in. The who knows, maybe we'll throw it in almost worked. Wizard, Wizard, Wizard. After the approach, which was pretty close to going in with the Devil Hawk, we have a tap in with the Wizard, Wizard. I'm pretty sure you guys got annoyed with me with the Wizard, 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 but I thought it was kind of funny. Gateway, Approach Wars. We shot even par for the round, which I'm kind of surprised with, actually. I didn't have expectations with these discs coming into this because I haven't thrown Wizards or much of Gateway discs at all. The Diamond Plastic is a little bit slick. This is also an older one, so I'm not too sure what the new Diamond Plastic feels like. This is like one of the few premium plastic Wizards I was able to come across, and I got it at the Greendale Play It Again up by my buddy Patrick. Shout out Patrick. But yeah, Devil Hawk, I definitely thought it threw better when I threw it softer versus trying to throw it hard. Whenever I threw it hard, it would just dive into the ground. It doesn't have glide. The anti-dome disc just doesn't have glide. I'm pleasantly, again, surprised with how these threw. Wizard's great throwing putter. Again, because it has a bead on it, I'm not as liking it for a putting putter, but definitely wasn't too bad. This one also being a lightweight one, surprisingly held up pretty good in the wind that we had today. I definitely had a good time with it. I'll have to see where it ranks in terms of the other brands that we've thrown. Yeah. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if there's anything you'd like to see. If you'd like to support us, there is a link in the description below for Upper Park Disc Golf / Henry Disc Golf. If you purchase something with that link, it does give us a kickback. We would appreciate it. Have a good day. Make it great for somebody else. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.